Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. The topic for our today's discussion is the controversy between the classical economist and the Keynesian economist, that is, the value of balanced budget multiplier. The classical economist believes in the market economy, and they believe that the price mechanism, the forces of demand and supply, in the absence of government intervention, can allocate the scarce resources in their best use in efficient manner. And they negate any role of the government in the economy or in the efficient function of the price mechanism. They said that the intervention of the government into the market through its fiscal policy, through its taxes and revenues, create distortion and misallocation in the scarce resources in their best uses. So, generating distortion, and the resources will be misallocated and the productive efficiency will be lost. Contrary to the classical economists, the Keynesian economist also believes the that the capitalism is the best economic system. But contrary to the classical economist, they supported the role of government in the economy. They supported the role of government in raising taxes and doing expenditures. They argued that in the absence of the government, the economy will observe the fluctuation in output and employment that can be worstly affect the employment and production of the economy. In the absence of the government, these fluctuation can harm the welfare of the economy by generating a long-term unemployment. And they supported their theory with the evidence of the Great Depression of 1930, that the government intervention was necessary to eliminate the Great Depression unemployment of resources and humans. The classical agreed with this argument of the Keynesian economist, and they said that we uh, the government role is necessary in the economy, but government must remain neutral through its action. How government uh, can remain neutral? They said that the government can remain neutral by employing a balanced budget. It's mean where the total revenues of the government must be equal to the total expenditure. And they said that if government keep total expenditure equal to its revenues, then the government action will generate no positive or negative multiplier effect on the national income, output and employment. Hence government will remain neutral. So according to the classical, they believes that balanced budget has no multiplier effect. The multiplier effect of the balanced budget is equal to 0. They supported the role of government if government remain neutral, and they said that how government can remain neutral. Government can remain neutral if it's employ a balanced budget where total taxes revenues are equal to total expenditure. Hence, the balanced budget multiplier will be equal to 0. But the Keynesian economist doesn't believe in this theory of the classical that the balanced budget multiplier will be equal to 0. They believe that if government formulate a fiscal policy in such a way that the total revenues are equal to total expenditure, still government cannot remain neutral. Still the balanced budget multiplier exists. The value of balanced budget multiplier is not equal to zero. They said that in the presence of only autonomous taxes, the value of balanced budget multiplier will be 1, mean that government will not remain neutral. If government raise 1000 billion rupees through taxes and expend the same amount on public expenditures, the government will not remain neutral. Still national income will increase by 1000 billion rupees. Hence the balanced budget multiplier is equal to 1. Again they said that the balanced budget multiplier in the presence of induced taxes will not equal to 1, but it will be less than 1, but still greater than 0. So starting the this controversy of balanced budget multiplier, we study now from the slide. Balanced budget multiplier. BBM or KBB, classical versus Keynesian controversy. Classical economists believes that the government should not intervene in the free functioning of the economy and let the price mechanism to allocate the scarce resources in their best uses. So they believe the free functioning of the price mechanism and economy without government intervention. The classical doesn't even support the fiscal policy of the government. They believes that government through its revenue and expenditure will distort the optimal allocation of scarce resources through price mechanism. So classical doesn't support intervention in the form of fiscal policy by the government. Again, the Keynesian believe that capitalism is a good system, but it is accompanied by huge fluctuation in output and employment in the form of business cycle. These fluctuation in national output and employment can be minimized by the government intervention like fiscal policy and regulations on free working of price mechanism. So it is necessary that government should intervene through its fiscal and monetary policy. As the world has witnessed that Great Depression would not have been eliminated if government would have not been intervened in the economy. The classical agreed with the argument of Keynesian that to minimize the and control the fluctuation in the output and employment, government should have fiscal policy, but government fiscal policy should remain neutral in its effect on the output and employment. In other words, that the government taxes and expenditure The government taxes and expenditure should not have any multiplier effect on the output and employment. They propose that government should form a balanced budget policies where total expenditure must be exactly equal to the total revenues. So they propose that government should intervene in the economy to minimize the fluctuation, but government formulate a balanced budget to remain neutral. Balanced budget is equal to government expenditure minus government revenue is equal to 0. By formulating the balanced budget, government will remain neutral. They also claim that the balanced budget will uh, uh, government when government will remain neutral will have no multiplier effect, and balanced budget multiplier will be equal to 0. When balanced budget multiplier is equal to 0, then we say there is a neutral fiscal policy. Keynes object the classical claims that government, through its balanced budget policy, will remain neutral in its effect on output and employment. They reject the claims of classical that balanced budget multiplier is 0. And they claim that if government formulate a balanced budget policy, it generate a multiplier effect. And they claim that a in the presence of balanced budget, the multiplier will be equal to 1 if are there are no induced taxes in the fiscal policy, if there are only lump sum taxes in the fiscal policy. In the presence of balanced budget, the multiplier will be less than 1 and hence it will be greater than 0 if government also included the induced taxes in the fiscal policy. So BBM KBB will be less than 1 if induced taxes are included in the fiscal policy. So what we will do now, we will prove or disprove the claims of classicals and Keynesian. What we have to do now, first we have to calculate the balanced budget multiplier. And how we can calculate the balanced budget multiplier? The balanced budget multiplier KBB is the sum of the government expenditure multiplier and government tax multiplier, government revenues multiplier. So we will calculate first the government expenditure multiplier and government tax multiplier in the economy when there are only autonomous taxes to calculate the balanced budget multiplier, and again we will calculate the government expenditure multiplier and government tax multiplier to calculate the balanced budget in the presence of induced taxes. Starting from the slide, so Keynes calculated the numerical values of balanced budget multiplier in the absence and the presence of induced taxes and prove that BBM balanced budget multiplier is equal to 1 in the presence of autonomous taxes, while it will be less than 1 but still greater than 0 when the induced taxes are included. As we know that KBB is equal to KG plus mean government expenditure multiplier plus government tax multiplier. So to calculate the KBB, first we will calculate the KG naught and KT naught, and then we will calculate the KBB. So in the step 1 we will calculate the KG naught and KT naught for both with autonomous taxes and induced taxes, and in the step 2 we will calculate the KBB for only autonomous taxes and with induced taxes. Step 1, the national income formula without induced taxes and with induced taxes are the following. We have already calculated these national income equilibrium formulas in our previous lectures, where we see that the formula is with only autonomous taxes, where YE is equal to C naught plus I naught plus G naught minus MPC T naught divided by 1 minus MPC, while the formula of the national income equilibrium with induced taxes, with both autonomous and induced taxes, is YE is equal to C naught plus I naught plus G naught minus MPCT naught divided by 1 minus MPC plus MPC into MPT. Now we will calculate the government tax multiplier and the government expenditure multiplier from both the formulas, right? First, for the without induced taxes, we have calculated that KG naught is equal to 1 minus MPC and the KT naught is equal to negative MPC divided by 1 minus MPCs. These two multipliers for government expenditure and government tax multiplier are calculated by taking the partial derivative of the national income equilibrium formula with respect to G and with respect to T. Again, we calculated the same multipliers when we included both autonomous and induced taxes in the national income, and we calculated that the KG naught when induced taxes are also included is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC plus MPC into MPT, while the KT naught is equal to minus MPC divided by M 1 minus MPC plus MPC into MPT. Now in the second step, we will calculate the KBB. As we know previously that KBB is the sum of the KG naught and the KT naught. So we will calculate KBB for the economy when there are only autonomous taxes, as well as for the economy when there are induced taxes also included. And we will prove or disprove the classical and the Keynesian claims. When classical claims that the KBB is equal to 0, while Keynes claim that in the presence of uh, only autonomous taxes, the KBB balanced budget multiplier will be equal to 1, and in the presence of both autonomous and induced taxes, the balanced budget multiplier will be equal to uh, will be less than 1, while still it will be greater than 0. While the classical claims that for both when only autonomous tax is included and both autonomous and induced taxes are included, the KBB is equal to 0. So step 2 now we calculate step 2, now we calculate KBB and check that the KBB is 0. Classical claims is true if KBB is equal to 1, or KBB is less than 1. Keynesian claim is true. So we calculate first KBB without induced taxes for only autonomous taxes. KBB is equal to KG naught, that is the government expenditure multiplier, plus KT naught, that is the government tax multiplier. We put the values of the government expenditure multiplier and the government tax multiplier in the formula, and we see here that the government uh, expenditure multiplier is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC, while the government tax multiplier formula is minus MPC divided by 1 minus MPC. We add both these formulas. For adding, we take the LCM, and 1 minus MPC is denominator, is a common denominator, and again is numerator is also 1 minus MPC. And if we divide the MPC 1 minus MPC with 1 minus MPC, the we will have answer equal to 1. So without induced taxes, the KBB, the value of a balanced budget multiplier, is 1. Prove that Keynesian claims are true about the value of balanced budget multiplier, while the classical claims that KBB is equal to 0 are not true. Again, we will check the KBB for the economy where there is both autonomous and induced taxes are included, and we will prove or disprove the classical and Keynesian claims. So again, the KBB is equal to KG naught plus KT naught with both induced and autonomous taxes, and we have calculated the KG naught and KT naught and put the value of KG naught and KT naught in the formula. KBB is equal to KG naught, whose value is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC in plus MPC into MPT, plus minus MPC divided by 1 minus MPC plus MPC into MPT, which is the government tax multiplier with induced taxes. We take the LCM, the common denominator is 1 minus MPC plus MPC into MPT, while the numerator become 1 minus MPC. So here we see that the value of denominator is greater than the numerator. Here we see in the numerator there is only 1 minus MPC, and in denominator there is 1 minus MPC plus some positive figure that contain MPC into MPT. So we can conclude that denominator is greater than numerator, so KBB will be less than 1. Here we see that again the Keynesian claims about the KBB in the presence of induced taxes are proven true, while the classical claims that KBB is equal to 0 are proven false. That was the controversy between the classical and Keynesian. Inshallah, we will meet in the next class with the new topic. Allah Hafiz.